Alright everyone, welcome to today's charting session. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam, what we do here is we take a look at yung mga trending names at kinukuha po natin yung listahan na yun from Instagrams. If you use them as your charting provider or your charting software, you usually find that list somewhere on the right hand side of your screen. Also, we take chart requests. So kapag meron po kayong mga requests, wag po kayong mahiya. Just post them in the comment section below and I will get to them one at a time, no? Sometimes I'm not as fast as some people want me to be. It's just that marami rin ako hinahabol, no? So, but I will get to them. I promise that I'll tackle all of them one by one and we'll go through all of them together. Okay? So today we'll start off with the requested chart, which is nickel, no? So ano na nga ba nangyari sa nickel? So we were discussing na essentially it's trapped within this larger range. Diba? Pwede nating sabihin na mas nag-tighten yung range dito or whatnot. But the big picture, if you look at this, kunyari sa weekly, it's this range eh. Etong buo. Diba? So ngayon sa daily, ito yon. Now, price is trading in the lower half of that range. Okay? And in fact, nabasag natin to the downside tong segment low na to. So meron tayong swing low na support here na nag-form. That formed right on top of tong area of consolidation na to. Tapos price broke down, which closed beneath this area of consolidation, which leads me to think na baka maabot natin pa tong 4.82 na next level of support. Now, syempre, as always, price comes down, it bounced up. Tapos nakahanap siya ngayon ng resistance dito sa area of small, parang very brief consolidation na to. Tapos nag-form tayo ng bearish engulfing. So let me zoom in. Nag-form tayo ng bearish engulfing. So baka next step natin is to push lower. Either balikan natin tong low dito or as discussed kanina, balikan natin yung 4.82. Para maging bullish ako, and this is just me, syempre may kanya-kanya tayong sistema and you should follow whatever system that you choose to use kasi syempre I'm sure binacktest nyo yan, alam nyo gumagana ng tama, di ba? But for me, I want to see it break above tong 5.75 minimum or baka nga mas maganda break above 6 na. Okay, para mag-open up tong area na to sa taas hanggang 6.41 more or less. Then, kung mabasag yon, we'll see. Okay, but until then, baka kasi mag-trade lang siya within this range and as I've mentioned before, I don't usually do range trades. Meron akong very specific na hinahanap na pattern or sequence for me to range trade and usually kapag ganito nakatagal na nagre-range hindi na nangyayari yun eh. But if I see one sa mga binabantayan nating charts, I'll be sure to point it out, no? Okay. Next, let's take a look at GTCAP. So GTCAP, may nagtanong sa comment section kung good buy na ba daw. I think nung nagtanong siya, price was around here, no? Somewhere there. So nagkaroon tayo ng brief pullback. The pullback came into this area of consolidation. Tas from there, we reacted higher. And then yesterday, we broke above tong 608 na resistance, opening up tong level na to. So that's 608 to 634.5 na area next. If mabasag natin yung 634.5, then we're looking at next resistance level at 673.5. Okay? Whether or not you want to buy sa GTCAP kasi depends entirely on your approach sa market, on your strategy, on your trader profile, investment profile, and so on. Kasi kukunwari, sabihin natin, you were looking for a momentum trade sa GTCAP. Then I would wait for a breakout of 673 kasi essentially, this is one giant range. Diba? It's not like a very obvious but it's one giant range, no? So kung ganun din lang, I might as well wait for new 52-week highs to print before I step in kung mag-trade ako ng momentum. Ngayon, kung nagtatry naman tayo kumuha ng value play, then it would have been somewhere closer to this white area, diba? Where maraming wicks before na nag-form tayo ng demand. So pwede yung banda dito nung nag-pullback, pwedeng bili konti, testing, mga ganon. So it really depends on kung ano yung approach nyo sa market para masabi natin whether or not, good buy na to or hindi na to magandang bilhin. Diba? Kasi kanya-kanyang approach yan eh. People can trade the market differently and both be correct. On the flip side, people can trade market differently and both be wrong. So, nakabase po yan sa sistema nyo, sa parameters nyo, sa discipline nyo, and so on. Okay? Wala po yan sa kung ano mang mabasa ng ibang tao sa chart. Ang importante is kung ano ang nakikita nyo sa GTCAP, not just sa chart, pero sa valuation niya, kung ano yung nakikita nyo as a company, and so on. Okay? Now, pure technicals wise, essentially, kung titignan natin, bago to nag-breakout dito, nag-form tayo ng inverted head and shoulders. Diba? Came back, tested na nga to, moved higher. So, yun na-explain ko na yung bullish scenario. Ang ayaw kong makita from here is for price to break back down, kainin tong 554, test it from underneath. Kasi kapag ganon, baka mangyari, bumalik na naman tayo dito sa white zone na to. Now, while it's not exactly bearish in the long term or in the bigger term picture na malaking range nga, in the short term, obviously, it's gonna look a lot more bearish. So, kapag you're looking for a quick play, tas nangyari yon, baka hindi na maganda mag-step in. Okay? So, yan po yung GTCAP, no? Next, let's take a look at Monde. Guys, pasensya na pala kayo, medyo maingay yung pusa ko. Nagkasakit kasi yan kaya kailangan dito muna siya sa kasama ko para mabantayan namin ng mabuti. Tapos nagreklamo siya, gusto na niyang lumabas, no? But wala siyang choice, sucks to be him. Okay. So moving on, Monde. So Monde, last time we looked at this, I was saying na parang naiipit tayo sa area na to, 'di ba? With these candles, ayaw tumuloy. So sabi natin, we wanted to see price trade above 17.5, 'di ba? Para gumanda. So ano nangyari? Eventually, we did break out, 'di ba? We broke out here. Tapos after we broke out, we pulled back dito mismo sa 17.5 area, 'di ba? Itong range na drawing natin. So if you check yung previous videos, this used to be a white zone here. Inayos ko lang ng konti, no? Kasi naglagay ako bagong white zone dito sa taas. And I'll explain that in a bit. So, we broke out no 17.5 na sinasabi natin, pulled back, tested 17.5, 'di ba? So, kung naparad nyo yun, maybe you would have decided to go in. And had you done so, then maybe you would have taken profit around this area. Bakit around this area? Kasi dito tayo nagkaroon ng consolidation prior to this strong move down. Meaning, odds are, the market tried to buy it here thinking na mag-hold na, mag-push na tayo higher. Tapos from here, titignan na ako tumaas. Nung nag-crash to pababa, malamang maraming nag-hodl. Diba? Mga ayaw magpatalo, ayaw mag-cut. So ngayon na bumalik dyan yung price, hindi nakakagulat kung yung mga naipit dito, ma-decide nila na lumabas din. That's why I marked these out. Kasi, kung bumalik dyan, tas yung mga naipit dito, uy, nakalaya na kami, labas, marami silang lumalabas. May hirapan to syempre tumaas kasi marami nagbebenta Diba? Now, as it would have happened, price came here, tag tong white zone, almost broke out of it, failed, tas collapse back. Ngayon, bearish na ba yun? For me, not exactly just yet, no? Essentially, bumalik lang tayo ulit dito sa brief area of consolidation na to. Ang ayaw kong makita is for price to break back down, retake tong zone natin, 17.54 to 17.16 na area, test it from underneath, see it hold, then break lower. Pagka ganon, then nabuo na yung malaking nating tinitignan na head and shoulders pattern. Then baka medyo dehado na to ng konti, baka either mag-range muna siya for the duration of 2021 or baka bumaba muna, make it more attractive, attract more buyers para magkaroon ulit ng momentum or ng strength to push up. Okay? Next, let's take a look at MBT. So MBT, I've adjusted the few of my levels to reflect yung mga recent changes in structure, no? So, we broke out of this range here. I think nakwento ko to before. I was talking to some of my students and I was saying na if price was able to pull back dito sa area na to, it would have been interesting. Kaso, kumapos ng konti, tapos tumaas na. Medyo, minsan nakakainis You're waiting for something, you have good conviction, talagang hindi lang umabot, no? So, then it moved higher. When it moved higher, nag-form tayo ng brief area of consolidation here, which again, we broke out from. So, hindi nakakagulat na when price came back, dito tayo nakahanap ng support. Diba? Nakahanap tayo ng support dito. Price moved higher again. But we have yet to tag again itong 57.3 na high. At this point, for me, kapag kayong bullish scenario, either mag-consume muna tayo, then break out. Diba? print new 52-week highs, open up the possibility na bigger move pa, 'di ba? Kasi essentially kung titingnan natin, ito pa rin yun ito pa rin yung range niya It's been trying to break out of it pero ayaw pa. So that's one scenario, Conso, tight here, move higher. And syempre, everyone's favorite, wala nang hinga-hinga pa, breakout. Okay? But ang ayaw nating makita is her price to move back down, take out tong 49.2, come back to this range here. Tapos depende, maaring mag-range muna siya, maaring breakdown, retest underneath, tapos baba, basagin din to, bumalik do sa original area of interest natin. Now, if price did come back to that original area of interest, would I still be interested? Depende, no? Kasi at that point, maaaring what's shaping out is magpo-form siya ng head and shoulders pattern. Diba? So, depende kung paano siya in-approach, kung pwede siyang i-trade or hindi. So, again, sama-sama naman natin itong titignan, sama-sama natin itong papanoorin, sama-sama na tayo matututo, diba? Sama-sama natin itong pag-aaralan. So, I'm sure na mapag-uusapan natin ulit moving forward kung mangyari man itong scenario na to. Now, if we break beneath 47.3 altogether, diba? Tas mag-hold na underneath, push lower, then baka bumalik na tayo dito sa lower areas of consolidation na to, and it's not gonna be looking bullish na at all. Okay, baka bumalik na siya doon sa larger range, ganun na naman, ipon na naman. Diba? We discussed sa weekend market overview natin na yung FINA or yung financials na sectoral index, gumaganda yung itsura. So, hindi nakakagulat na sumusunod yung mga MBT, BDO, and so on. Okay? Basta yun lang, wag lang mayari. Yan yung ayaw nating makita. And then finally, let's take a look at Keeper. Now, forgive me as I finagle yung Keeper chart a bit, no? Dahil alam nyo naman medyo... Okay, so alisin ko lang tong auto para matignan natin na maayos, ha? Kasi sinira niya yung chart, no? Okay, so let's fix this. There you go. Okay. So, Keeper. Nag-open to at 1.5, di ba? 1.5, move to a high of 1.85. Then from there, all it's done is print ng pababa. Okay? Similar sa nangyari sa SGP and sa ALDI, nag-form siya ng parang rounded bottom. Diba? Ito, rounded bottom na to. Broke above it, tested, moved higher. Whether or not you could have traded this would depend solely on kung anong klaseng trader ka, no? Kung scalper ka, maybe. Obviously, kung swing trader ka, medyo mas mahirap to kasi ang liit ng margin 'Di ba? Kung scalper ka, then baka decent risk reward pa rin naman 'yon. Okay? But anyways, ngayon ang nangyayari is we formed this rounded bottom, we moved, now we're consolidating in this area where price previously consolidated here. 'Di ba? Again, hindi nakakagulat yung mga ganung situation. Usually kung saan siya quote-unquote naipit in the sense na nag-consolidate, nag-range, or whatever you wanna call it. Usually kapag bumabalik doon, the market tends to react, no? So ngayon, ganun din. So what we want to see is mag-breakout tayo. Break na 1.71 to open up the possibility to come back and tag 1.77. And if mabasag yung 1.77, 1.85 yung next target, and so on. Obviously, we don't have a lot of previous data to lean on dahil gaan sa nangyari sa Keeper na hindi na natin pag-uusapan dito kasi marami lang yung iinit ang ulo. But since we have no historical data to lean on, kailangan natin siyang bantayan ng mas mabuti, panoorin yung mga lower time frame interactions niya to see if we wanna get out earlier if in case we do decide to trade Keeper. Okay, now obviously kung investor ka and you're looking for dividends or what have you, then syempre iba yung approach mo, no? Ako hindi talaga ganun yung approach ko ever since. Right now, I just wanna see price commit to something. Kasi pwedeng nag-form siya dito, consolidate, tapos basagin lang niya ulit to the downside, 'Di ba? For all we know, pwede tong mag-form pa ng parang malaking double bottom na ganito, no? So again, we have to wait and see, watch what happens. Siguro in the next week or two, mas mabubuo na yung picture natin sa Keeper and we can actually start watching it closer in the sense na mas may direction na, mas may levels na tayo, mas may map na. But for now, medyo nangangapa pa tayo kasi yung presyo, ganun din, hindi pa desidido. So tayo, hindi pa rin tayo desidido. Okay? So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope na nagustuhan nyo siya. I hope na kahit papano meron kayong natutunan. Kahit papano you found it entertaining. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!